that's a little better. Everybody say hi to Donito in the corner. He's a cute boy. He's a cute boy. Okay. So, sorry, my hair is still wet. I really did not feel like drying it, but I did do my makeup for you guys because, well, frankly, I like to look pretty sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And this is really bothering me. All right, cool. So this is the third time I've tried to sit down and record this video because frankly, I don't know what I'm doing at all, but you know, we're figuring it out. And I kind of just wanted to do like my first video, make it like an introduction type of thing, and just go over like a few things of, I guess, who I am, whatever that means, what I'm about, whatever that means, and what kind of content I'm gonna be putting out. This still feels so weird for me because I never thought that I would ever do this, but here we are. I mean, I always wanted to, but you know, turning 28 this year, and I guess it took me this long to find my confidence. Okay, so I guess like a couple things about me. For those of you that don't know me, I'm assuming you do, because if you're seeing this, you probably follow me on Instagram, because that's kind of the only place that I'm really putting this content right now. I might put this on YouTube, I don't know yet. And I am thinking of doing TikTok too, but like we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you don't know me, my name's Adriana. I live in Ottawa, Canada. I am 27, turning 28 this year in May. I'm a Gemini, like a huge Gemini, and you will start to see that over time in my videos. That's all I'm gonna say. I work from home right now for the government. I went to school for marketing. So I do have a bit of a background in social media and marketing and advertising. So that is not what I'm trying to do here though. My favorite kind of topics when I was studying marketing were like consumer behavior classes and the psychology behind marketing. And that's just because I am such a people person. I really love like how the human mind works. I love the intricacies of how people think differently and like different groups of people. So I think I always kind of knew the whole point of me going into marketing was because I wanted to be a content creator. My dream when I was younger was to be a YouTuber. I've always watched YouTube like since the dawn of time, like since YouTube came out basically. That's my thing. I don't Netflix and chill, I YouTube and chill. Some of my favorite YouTubers are Emma Chamberlain, Madeline RG. I like to watch people who just kind of sit and spew out their stream of consciousness. I love candid content. I am so not the type of person who likes to consume like very curated content, basically. Like I don't like short form content unless it's like, I mean, we all love TikToks and stuff like that, but even then, I'd way rather watch like a longer video than a shorter one. Sometimes I'll just put on like one of my favorite content creators and it'll be a video of them just sitting and like talking. And sometimes I'll tune out and it just having their voice in the background, it just feels comforting for me. Like especially working from home alone, like this is the type of stuff that I love to have on. It feels like I'm just listening to a friend. I don't always tune out. Sometimes I'm very much paying attention and I find it super interesting to see the ways that they think and the ways that maybe they'd go about a situation differently than I would, or ideas that they have. And I like kind of weirder content creators. I guess we're all weird in our own way, but the people that are not afraid to show it, you know, like they'll kind of just say the things that they have no idea if it makes sense or if it makes them sound like a freak. I love that shit. And that's exactly the type of content that I want to put out. There's a few things that kind of led me to really starting this. One of them being that I have always been the type of person who goes back and forth with social media, deleting, deactivating my account, bringing it back. I love social media and I hate it at the same time. I love it for the purpose of connecting with people. Like I said, like that is one of my biggest passions. But I hate the way that it's become, with all the trends and the perfectly curated content. And a lot of the time, you know, social media is just the highlight reels, right? So I don't want to put out just the highlights of my life, because that's kind of what I have been doing. I've been very guilty to falling into that trap of just only posting the good stuff. And I love the good stuff. I love, you know, I love my content that I have put on my Instagram, my photos and stuff. Like, it's all from good times with friends, or, you know, just even if it's a selfie, like if you're feeling yourself, I have no problem with that. But I want to do more, and I want to see more than just that. And I would deactivate my Instagram constantly because I was getting like anxious, because all of this just feels so fake, and it feels so like it's only the good parts, right? And it's only like this fraction of my life. Like, it's not really my life. It's just pictures of moments in my life, and that's not who I am, and that's not how I really want to portray myself, not as a whole at least, because I feel like I'm a lot more than that. And I feel like when you're only seeing a glimpse of somebody's life and only seeing the highlight reels and only seeing the stuff that they picked out very carefully, it's a persona, right? It's how we want to show ourselves to the world and to people that we don't know. It's how we want to present ourselves, and that is just, it's not real. This is what's real. Me just sitting here and just shooting the shit with you guys and being candid and not really caring about what I say or how I come off. That is like, if you were gonna have a genuine conversation with me as a person, you're gonna sit across from me, this is how I'm gonna talk to you. And so I guess that's why I'm doing this, because I kind of came to the point where I'm like, if I'm going to have social media and not be anxious about it, and not feel like I'm doing myself an injustice with the content that I'm putting out, and in terms of like what I believe in, I just need to be very intentional about being more authentic with my social media and really making an effort to show who I actually am. And I also kind of want to be a trendsetter or a trailblazer in that direction. Not to say that I have any influence at all, but I know sometimes it just takes seeing one person kind of putting themselves out there and being brave to help you feel more comfortable to do that. So if I can do that for even one person, that would make me so happy. I am so willing to be extremely vulnerable about things that have gone on in my life. Like, I've dealt with a lot of mental health issues, full disclosure. Like, that will be a whole video. I'm sure I'll make multiple videos on the topic of mental health. I have dealt with a lot of different things in my life, actually. I can go on, and I'm not really gonna make a list of everything, because you will find out in time and with the content I'm going to be posting. But I have a lot of different things that I have been through in my life, that I would love to talk about, because these are the things I talk about anyway with my friends and the people that are close to me. So why not just put it out there for everyone? Because I feel like a lot of these conversations that I've been having lately with my friends, especially since our frontal lobes are a little bit more developed now in our later 20s, and I'm not saying that they're completely developed, because I feel like my frontal lobe is still developing every day, but I feel like these conversations are very valuable. And I definitely would love to have different people on here with me and just discuss about different topics. And I want this to be not just you guys sitting here and listening to me, as much as it's going to probably be a lot of that. I want to make this very conversational, because that's the whole point for me. Like, I want this to be a very judgment-free place. The only time that you will be judged is if you're being a dick. Like, I'm not going to go into what it means to be a dick. I think you're all very aware. Like if you're making rude, mean, hateful comments towards me or anyone, like you will be judged. But other than that, this is a judgment-free zone. So I really want to, before I make any videos, like I'm gonna put out feelers probably on my Instagram story just to see like what you guys think about the topic that I'm going to be talking about. Getting opinions, getting stories, getting literally anything that you want to say about that topic. And I'd love to kind of have your feedback and your responses be touch points in my videos. Like I want to be able to talk to those so that it becomes way more conversational than me just sitting here preaching about my point of view. The whole point of this is that I want to incorporate multiple perspectives so that I can learn from you guys and you can learn from everyone, right? And maybe, you know, have our minds changed about certain subjects, or maybe just feel more affirmed, or maybe just feel encouraged or motivated or validated, or like we're not alone in certain things. That's what I'm trying to do here. So yesterday I opened up my DMs to you guys about just certain ideas that you have, any suggestions, any questions. I had a few people write into me, some people just being very encouraging, which I appreciate, guys. Anybody that's been messaging me to just say that they support this and they encourage, I am like, I love you guys. Oh my God, I love you guys. Like that is the nicest thing ever. I really didn't expect that. I expected to have people kind of roll their eyes at me, because you're gonna always have haters when you put yourself out there, and that's totally fine. I expect to lose followers. I expect to have people talk shit. I don't care about that. But the people that are taking the time to say something nice and encourage me, like you guys are just the best, and I love you so much, and I really, really, really appreciate you. But yeah, and then other people who have wrote in just like certain ideas or opinions or asked questions. I really appreciate it. I have had a couple people kind of give me some advice on social media. I do just want to put a disclaimer out. My purpose with this is not to really make money or to go viral. Obviously, if those things were to happen, that's great. I'm not knocking that at all. I would love that, but that's not the goal for me. You know, I already explained what the goal is for me, but I really appreciate people kind of giving me tips on how to go viral and stuff like that. But that, as I've thought about more what I'm trying to do in the past few days, I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. Like I don't really want to be carefully crafting and curating my content with the intent of it going viral, because it's just so opposite to what I'm trying to do, right? Like I already said, like there's just so much of that already in our media, and that short form, like attention grabbing content, and that's cool and it's fun and it's entertaining, and I hope I can be entertaining to you guys, but like that's not what I'm trying to do. If it goes viral, that's really cool. I don't really expect that to happen. I do want people to see my videos because I'm trying to encourage this type of attitude with social media. But yeah, I do really want to make uplifting content. I do think of myself as an optimist. I try to be very positive and see the bright side in everything. I have been somebody who has struggled with depression for many years of my life, and I know what it's like to be very down on yourself and to compare yourself and to think that you're behind in life. And I have, through therapy, through journaling, through a lot of self-reflection, gotten to a point where I feel like I've made a lot of progress in that, and I've learned to see how even the things that I feel like are not serving me actually are serving me. For one, you know, like just having the job that I have right now, even though it's not exactly what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, it allows me to have a nice home. It allows me to have the time every evening to sit down and make this content with you guys, and I have work-life balance. So that's a really big thing. It's not the type of work that I want to be doing for my whole life, but that's okay because it allows me the space to work towards a job that is going to be more fulfilling for me. Somebody suggested that we talk about adult friendships. That's going to be a huge one for me. That's actually been something I've been focusing on a lot in 2025, is how I show up in my friendships and my relationships, and you know, the energy and lack thereof that I am and will be putting in. I want to talk about therapy. I want to talk about, this is going to be a lot of like self-development type of content. We're going to talk about body image. I want to talk about screen time, the anxious generation. I want to talk about drinking, partying, drugs, peer pressure, the lifestyle. I worked in a restaurant, I still do, for like almost 10 years now. And I know what it's like to be in your younger 20s and be in the industry and be surrounded by partying and drugs and alcohol and all that stuff all the time. I know what it's like to get involved in that, and I know what it's like to get out of that. And there's no judgment, like I said, in any of that. I am just being honest with you guys. I have so many stories. I have so much knowledge that I've gained from these experiences, and I'm still gaining this knowledge as I go on. And as I'm getting into my later 20s, I'd love to reflect on my 20s with you guys and experiences I've had growing up, and I want to also continue this into my 30s if I can, and have you guys kind of grow with me, and we can grow with each other. Somebody suggested doing interviews. I like that idea, although I'm not an interviewer. That's not really what I do. I love to ask questions and I love to have conversations with people, but just for the sake of the type of content that I'm doing, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more candid conversations. So I'm so down to have guests on and talk with people and to share other people's stories with you, but I'm not really leaning towards interview content right now. Maybe in the future, but right now I think it's gonna be just a whole lot of this type of stuff. Like I said, like I like to just listen to people sit and spew their stream of consciousness, so that's gonna be a lot of what I'm gonna be doing with you guys. Other than that, guys, I don't know, I'm just really excited. I'm excited to show more of my personality. I'm excited to get to know everybody more. I'm excited to just have these conversations and hopefully encourage everybody to get out of their shell more, to put themselves out there. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. I got my cute kitty there sleeping in the back. He will probably be making an appearance here and there. I've got my girl Lola too. She's around somewhere. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Let's just get cozy. Let's have some talks. And I ran out of storage while making this video, so I will be getting a proper camera, by the way, so the quality will get better. But yeah, just wanted to at least say goodbye. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening or rest of your day whenever you guys are watching this. And yeah, bye.